Well, we're here to high streak field here.
Yeah, Robert.
Cody.
Well, hey, Robert, we are here live. We're in blimp mode as we see the cars coming out here in the high strength of field race Monday night. We're on the pace lap. You've got Mr. Excitement, Mike Howerton, that's me, and my broadcast partner, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Robert Cook, and we are going green, Robert.
I expect it to go high to see what happens on coming off of turn 2 here. You got some people going low and some people going high. Right. Gonna be.
And Cody Trilindy he started out in first, and he is our first race leader of the night, starting on the pole.
Figure about 5 laps in, you're going to be watching coming off the corners on turn 4. You get a little loose there, and then coming off of 2, you might start getting a little tight. Everybody got that Mr. Feel Good on them right now.
Absolutely.
55 got loose in front of Asdubel.
Let's head up to the blimp and see how things are shaking out here across the field.
Pretty calm right now.
Everybody getting kind of single file, hopping into that high line.
Richard L. Regan is trying to make a move on Justin Smith. He got a little loose on the last corner. I'm going to go further back.
Yellow.
Well, there's a yellow flag out already. Something's happened. Robert, go out on the track there. Find out for us exactly what happened. We'll go back and take a look.
You're good.
Oh, it was Dustin Montgomery. He got a little tight coming off the corner there. Going 3 wide.
All right, we'll just go back and we'll go back and take a replay look here and see exactly what
Montgomery.
happened.
Yeah, no, I was talking to the 17. Oh, okay, sorry.
Man,
he's going low.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm having.
Got into our guy.
Here we go. This is the replay of what happened.
Montgomery's going in the center, the middle there. Got a little loose and came down and got our guy.
Yeah, he clipped Scott Austin there in the area 51 car.
On the bottom of the track.
Yeah, that was 100% Dustin Montgomery. Hopefully, neither car is banged up too bad, and they'll still be able to compete in this race tonight, Robert.
Well, these cars are pretty fragile. Scott Austin got hit in the nose. Probably going to have to take some tape off. He's going to probably be feeling it the rest of the night.
Well, Robert, let's take one more look at it here. You know, I'm not so sure that that Justin Montgomery, there wasn't some net code off the 11 there.
Looked like he got loose, is what I thought.
No, he didn't get. I think he bounced off the 11, or maybe there was some net code. I'm looking at it right now here in the replay camera.
Yeah, there was some net code.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was.
It looked like he was going to hit him anyway.
Oh yeah, Dustin Montgomery was definitely going to hit him anyway. He went into that turn way too hard. He went barreling through there. He was going to take so really the 11 got saved by the net code because he was going to wipe the 11 out but the net code bounced him off the 11.
Not watching it.
The 11 kept on going, and he ended up coming down into Scott Austin.
You're going to watch it for the second hill alone, Cody.
So, yeah, let's go check out the damage on Scott Austin's car.
Send me your responses. I'm just not going to make them.
How bad is it, Mikey?
Well, we're looking at the front. You know, the front hood's wrinkled in a little bit on the front right. I mean, there is some front right damage. As long as Scott doesn't have any RPM damage, I don't know if he'll be winning the race now, but at least he'll be able to stay in it and possibly get a decent outcome there, depending on what else happens. But definitely some damage there on the front right, Robert.
You got to be careful. There's a big bump coming a little high on turn 1, and it would throw your car to the right. I don't know if Dustin Montgomery hit that bump or just got loose coming up there. I was listening to Junior's podcast this week, and I changed the directions of how my numbers lean. He said his dad always had his numbers leaning forward. He said when you're running, you're always leaning forward when you run. You never lean to back to run. And so I changed my numbers, and I made him look and go forward. And you know what? I improved my racing skills there. I went a little faster.
Well, Robert, we're all lined up, double file. Looks like the green flag's about to drop. There we go. The green flag drops.
Green flag.
And we are on lap 7 now of this 90-lap race.
Pretty wide up front a little bit. Pretty peaceful.
Looks like the 3 car, the 20 car, and the 8 car are 3 wide up towards the front.
That's Zubel in the middle. That's Tommy Gossett down there at the bottom. Tommy's trying to make that bottom work.
And we'll be hearing from Tommy Gossett here later. We have live in cockpit reporting from Tommy Gossett in this race. Speaking of Tommy Gossett, he's running 8th place. Let's go ahead and get a look inside Tommy Gossett's car. Here you are. You're getting a look from the driver's seat of T. Gossett Racing's Tommy Gossett car.
Ricky Yu just hit the wall coming into turn 1. After a few laps, his tires just don't have the grip. He just got slow to back it up just a hair going in turn 1.
Yeah, Tommy's definitely trying to make the bottom work for him. Man, looks like somebody got loose right there in front of Tommy Gossett. It was a black and yellow car.
How to make that slide job work. That was Richard Reagan.
Yeah, it was Richard Reagan. He's driving, it looks like, one of those liquid moly Phase 2 paint jobs. It's quite possible that Phase 2's picked up another team member here with the 19 car of Richard Reagan. He's running a custom number 56 on that Phase 2 liquid moly paint job there on that car. But in the race, he's actually iRacing number 19 in this race.
Doug Bell's had to make a move on Tommy Gossett. Probably try it again here.
Doug going low on Tommy. We're watching that live right here.
A lot of fast cars out here. Fast cars.
See, that's the great benefit to the high line. You may be able to get somebody low on entry, but man, you slingshot out of that high line like a rocket ship a lot of times and get right back in front of the guy.
Had to be pushing coming out. Pushing coming out in turn 2. Slows the momentum down on the inside.
Yeah, it looks like Tommy's just going to settle into the top there. But they're coming up on traffic themselves, so Tommy's got to make a move on some of the guys in front of him here, too.
Yeah, Astruble and a little pack behind him are slowly catching him.
There you go. Tommy Gossett making the move on John Hathaway Jr. on the bottom.
He was running a little lower earlier. That might say just tired a little bit.
And what a move. Tommy Gossett just wiggles his way right in between those two cars right there. And he is now going to have passed two cars there on the straight stretch. Not only did he pass John Hathaway, but he also got around John Jenkins as well. What a move by Tommy Gossett. That's two passes in one lap.
Well, they're fighting pretty good behind them. It's like the 16th place or something.
Yeah, we see somebody diving down there underneath Tommy, trying to get a car, trying to get around. There we go, Tommy on the move again. Tommy Gossett just passed Travis Rogers. Now they're three wide. Three wide, Tommy Gossett in the middle. Man, this has been a great couple laps for Tommy Gossett here.
What's the strength of field tonight?
Strength of field in this race, 43.82. Pretty high strength of field, one of the highest we've had here in a few weeks. I'll tell you what, I'm sticking with this pack right here with Tommy Gossett for a couple of reasons. One, Tommy is on the move, and two, man, this is some of the most exciting racing in the race right now. We've had 2 wide, 3 wide, several different passes here. Very exciting stuff going on here. The 7 car It's actually John Jenkins. He's the custom number 7. He's actually the 11 car in iRacing. He keeps darting down below Tommy every single turn. And you see the phase 2 car there of Richard Reagan getting a little loose.
The tires should be giving out here pretty soon.
Here we see Tommy now making a move on Reagan. Down low.
Thank you, Dribble.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave this excitement just for a
Hi.
minute.
Behind you, there might be a wreck. You saved it.
I'm going back. It looks like John Hathaway's dropped way back to 15th place. He's still trying to collect it down there on the bottom. He's dropped even farther back. He's dropped clear back to 19th now.
You got to lose coming off of 2.
He's fell way back. He lost about more than 10 positions there in the last 5 laps. He's on his way backwards. We'll check in with one of the guys that benefited from that. That's Asdrubal. Asdrubal there in the 25 car, pretty colorful car there. He's kind of in here by himself. Not anybody really around him.
Oh, he was up there earlier with Ronnie Joyner and Seth.
Let's go ahead and check in with our leaders. We got Cody Trelindi now in the lead with a pretty decent lead over the car behind him. This is coming off the back bumper of Cody Trelindi. You can see the entire field way back there in the distance as Cody's out to a pretty decent lead that he's picked up here. That's Cody Trelindi. Cody is leading this race, and Robert, he's also your championship points leader so far for all of Division 1 in Xfinity Open and iRacing so far this season. We had him as a guest, not last night, but the week before in our podcast, talking about running for championship points and what that takes. And Cody here shining in this high strength of field race here on Monday night.
He shines almost everywhere he goes.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to take just a second here to thank our sponsor for the race. We have a couple sponsors for the race tonight. First of all, I want to thank T. Gossett Racing for doing a collaboration with us and a co-sponsorship here. And Tommy's in this race. We're focused on him. We're going to drag him up here in just a few minutes for just to get some on the track interview with him. We also like to thank our podcast, which is the Alien Factory podcast, up on your screen right now. That is every Sunday night, Robert, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live with the podcast here at the Alien Factory, so tune in every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can check out all the great guests we have and all the cast of characters here at Area 51. So now, Robert, we are headed back to the action.
I guess getting a little peaceful. Tires are wearing out. Times are slowing down.
Well, Tommy's moved all the way up into 6th place. Now would probably be a good time to check in with him. Hey, Tommy, man, I tell you what, you had some great laps there a while back. You were on the move, man. You passed 3 cars in 1 lap, and then you started to make a move on a few other. We saw the 7 car, well, the custom number 7 car. I don't know what his real number was. I think he was the 19. He kept diving up underneath you about every single lap, and you were holding on the outside, man. How's it going on the track so far?
Track's good. I feel good. I practiced the bottom, so I'm taking some time to adapt up here to the top. John's on newer tires. If this goes green, we can get some track position and make passes without losing too much time. We got to win.
I think that's going down the bottom early on. I think might have saved your tires some.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if we go green here, I'll be able to do that without cars on my outside losing track position. So,
yeah, and I tell you what, we stayed on you for a long time, man. You were the man on the move. I mean, you gained like 5 or 6 positions since that restart. You're running strong, Tommy.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'll drop you back down. Don't want to distract you, sir. You're side by side right now. So let me go ahead and drop you back down, and we don't want to distract you racing. There you heard it from Tommy Gossett himself here as he is going back and forth with the custom number 12, which is Justin R. Smith. He's the 6th car, according to iRacing, but he's got that custom 12 paint job on his car there.
Astruble still making little moves here. He's in 15th place here. I know he started 5th, but yeah, he's slowly moving up, back up. Car tried to get underneath him and got loose. Anthony for Federico. He's trying to make a move on it.
Yeah, I think it's pronounced Federico, maybe.
Yeah, he's trying hard to get around Astruble, but he just getting a little tight or getting a little loose each time he gets close. He's one of those guys that drive like they're really hard charging in it, but losing speed coming out. Doesn't pay. Looks like he got a run on him this time though. Proved me wrong.
So does that happen a lot to you, Robert? People proving you wrong?
Yeah, sometimes. I just don't like when they're charging hard like that. I figure they're going to burn it up pretty quickly. He's doing a pretty good job of moving up.
Oh, John Jenkins, he's the number 7 car on the custom number 7. He's 11 in iRacing. He has now moved into 2nd place. He's passed Brandon Schmidt, trying to make his run on Cody Trelindi. But Cody Trelindi, he has a bit of a lead here he's holding on to. He's 1.5 seconds roughly ahead of the 2nd place car, which is John Jenkins.
But Dustin Montgomery, that little accident he had earlier was not affecting him any. He's in 12th place right now, still moving up.
You see Tommy Gossett there at the tail end of that pack of 4 cars, with John Jenkins leading that pack of 4 cars. Then behind him, you have Brandon Schmidt, then Justin R. Smith, and then Tommy Gossett in 5th place. And that whole pack is moving up, trying to catch up to our current race leader, which is Cody Trelindi. There we go. Tommy Gossett makes a move to the bottom.
That's the lap car he's passing right there.
Got past him pretty quick.
How far can they go? 55, 60 laps?
Yeah, I don't think that was a lap car. It was Brandon Schmidt that he passed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tommy Gossett moved up into 4th place as he made the move there on the bottom to Brandon Schmidt. That was a quick move. Brandon's tires must be used up at this point. Tommy Gossett now got his sights on the 3rd place car of Justin R. Smith. I tell you what, Tommy Gossett is the man to watch in this race. Cody Trellindy's been in a solid lead this whole race, but there's really no excitement up there with Cody. I mean, he's a good second ahead of the next car, and he's rock solid in the lead right now. But Tommy Gossett's the man to watch because he has been the man on the move ever since we restarted from that early caution we had there in the first 10 laps of the race.
Dustin Montgomery still making moves out there. He's going up to 9th place right now, or 10th place.
Yeah, in 10th place, that's Dustin Montgomery right there. Cuts the number 12 car, that Liquid Molly car there, phase 2. He's broke into the top 10, so the damage didn't really phase him too much. I think our teammate Scott Austin got the short end of the stick on that damage there, that first caution. Let's ride along now in the cockpit of Dustin Montgomery as he goes to make this pass.
Whoa, you didn't make it, but that was close. It kind of squeezed. I think he's got this move now. Hide enough. No, don't have it yet. He's got. It's a bump coming off of turn 4. Sometimes you hit that just right, it'll send you to the infield. Dustin's not giving up. They're fighting like that. That helped Ronnie Joyner catch right back up.
Yeah, that's going to make those guys burn their tires. And here comes another car of Ronnie Joyner right up in behind him. He's going to join the mix of these four cars, make it a 4-car race here. They're 3 wide with Dustin Montgomery on the bottom. I tell you what, this right here, right now, this fight over the top 10 here, and Dustin Montgomery all the way up in 8th place now is where the action's at on the track. We'll stick with it.
You got loose coming off the corner there. Still fighting it. You don't have it yet. Ronnie Joyner's just sitting back here watching the whole thing. Got a nice eye view of everything. Dustin kind of finally made through. Here comes Ronnie. Got a good run coming off of turn 4 on the high line.
Thank you.
Hey, Scotty.
Yep, Dustin Montgomery now has solidly made it past him. He's running in 8th place now as he's made it past that pack there. They had 4 cars. He's come out the one ahead. And, so that was a good deal there. Good several laps by Dustin Montgomery. Getting there now a few car lengths ahead of the other cars there as he pops out of the turn. We're going to move up now to 7th place and check in with Doug Bell. He's kind of there all by himself there in that black and yellow Ford Mustang car.
Doug Bell, Nobody.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody. He is the number 14 car in this race, running 7th place. He's not really being challenged behind him, and he really doesn't have anybody quite in front of him at this point to be challenging himself. But, hey, we're checking in there with the Mr. Nobody car.
He's pitting right now.
He's going into the pits. Green flag pit stop there. That was a good, solid pit stop. Number 14 coming in.
We're on lap 50. About time for everybody to start pitting.
pitting this time.
There we go, the 14 car taking tires. We're going to hop back out on the track to Tommy Gossett. Tommy Gossett now running third place.
Somebody got close to the cone.
Let's check in with Tommy and check on his pit strategy. Tommy, again, you've worked yourself all the way up to third place. You're running strong. Just as you said, we see guys coming in now for green flag pit stops. What is your pit strategy looking like?
See what everybody else does and go from there.
Yeah, it's lap 51 now of 90. I know we had that early caution, so it might have stretched out the pit stops here a little bit. Cody Trelindi just went into the pits. Dustin Montgomery went in. Justin R. Smith just went in. So we have a bunch of the leaders headed into the pits now. Tommy, it looks like the only leader in front of you that didn't pit this lap was John Jenkins. He's now on the lead as the rest of the leaders went into the pits. Most of the guys behind you went in this lap as well.
31 pitting in.
Dude, it's going to pay off. We just got to make these laps count.
Absolutely. There's something to be said for having a lap or two fresher tires than the guys you're racing.
Definitely, especially here, and you can see with John, I'm going to have to work my way through some traffic, but not near as much as he did. And you saw what 3 laps did on tires. So.
Absolutely. I want to hop here in the cockpit with Tommy, and you can see through his eyes just for a second.
Fit in.
Tommy, we appreciate you being here for these on-track interviews, man. We're going to drop you back down and let you have it your pit stop.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I didn't realize he took the lead over.
Tommy Gossett's in the lead now. He's the last one of the leaders to still be out on the track.
He pitted already, did not?
No, Tommy has not pitted yet. Here's who has not pitted yet. We got Tommy hasn't pitted. Nuno Maia has not pitted. He's in second place right now. Derek McMurchie pitted on lap 6, so he has not went in yet. Jacob Reeves has not went in yet. Brandon Burkhart, he's running 5th right now. He pitted on lap 6 as well, so he has not pitted yet. And then Matthew Correa, he pitted on lap 6 as well and took tires back then, so he has not pitted yet either. Other than that, I think just about everybody else has went in.
It's like Tommy's making his pit move now.
$28. Ready car pit.
Leader Turlin, well, he's going to probably be out here in a minute. He's just did a lap time at 31.217.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Tommy getting tires now on pit road. Let's head back out. Your current race leader is Jacob Reeves right now. He is your current lap leader. He is the final holdout.
He's pitting right now.
Yeah, Nuno's went in. He's the final guy. He's the last guy to go ahead and do green flag pits on this in this race. And he's going to hit pit road right now. Comes in a little hot. He overshot. He's going to get held for a penalty. Oh, my goodness, Robert. He overshot the cone, came in on the outside of the cone through the grass. That is going to be about a 40-second hold there in pit road. Tough luck for Justin Smith. He held out, or sorry, not Justin Smith, Jacob Reeves. He held out. They're hoping for a caution probably, and he missed the cone and came in on the outside of the cone there into pit lane. Man, that is going to be rough for him. Let's head back on the track. John, as he serves his penalty there on pit road. John Jenkins in first place. He is your current race leader. He pitted on lap 53. Cody Trelendi in second place, pitted on lap 52. Justin Smith pitted on lap 53. Brandon Burkhart in fourth place, pitted on lap... I'm sorry, not Brandon Burkhart. Brandon Schmidt. Brandon Schmidt, the number 4 car. He pitted on lap 51. He's in fourth place. Douglas Bell pitted on 50. Doug did a bit of an early pit stop there. Pitted on lap 50, currently running in 5th place. Tyler Goff running in 6th place. He pitted on lap 51. Dustin Montgomery running 7th place, pitted on lap 52. Matt Rusi pitted on lap 51 and running 8th place. Seth Reeder pitted on lap 52. He's in 9th. And rounding out your top 10, now that all the pit stops, Robert, are said and done, is the number 1 car, Tommy Gossett, running in 10th place. And he held out all the way to lap 57 there before he went into the pits. Let's see if that pays off. I'm going to switch back to Tommy. He's probably going to be heavily on the move here since he has the freshest tires on the track.
He's running that low line. I think that's going to save your tires on the long run.
Well, Robert, the only problem with having the freshest tires on the track is that he stayed out for those extra 5 laps and lost to probably about a second a lap during those 5 laps. So let's see if he can make it up here.
He's got 28 laps to do it.
There's a pretty big gap between Tommy and the next couple of cars in front of him.
Oh, he's catching up fast. He's catching up fast, though.
Yeah, we got Seth Reeder, Matt Rusi, and Dustin Montgomery, the next 3 cars in front of Tommy Gossett. And yeah, Tommy is catching them quick. I'm going to switch over and check in with Cody Trelendi. He's running 2nd place. Here's your current championship points leader.
You're good. I'm not going to put you in a bad spot. Don't worry about me. 10-4.
Here we go. Let's head back here just a little bit. Here we have Doug Bell, Brandon Schmidt, and Tyler Groff all here together, 3 of them all together as they're fighting for the top 5 positions here. They're fighting for 4th, 5th, and 6th place.
All that fighting is just giving Tommy more time to catch up to him.
All right, take that back. 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
He's going for 2 right here. Tommy Gossett.
Yeah, Tommy Gossett is getting 2 guys in 1 turn. He just passed Seth Reeder and Matt Rusi, both in 1 turn there. We're popping back up here with Doug Bell and Brandon Schmidt.
Tommy says, fight. I bet he'd like to see these guys fight all the time. That's giving him time to catch up.
Yeah, that's true. Every single lap that you're not single file and you're fighting with each other, there's a lap the car behind you is going to catch up to you, and the cars in front of you start to walk away.
That's one of the problems I see in racing a lot of times. People just think it's fun riding side by side, but all you're doing is just slowing both of you down. You can't make it a couple of laps. You might have to sit back and wait a little bit till the opportunity arises again.
Yeah, let's go back and check on some of the cars farther back in the field. We're going to go back and check in with, we got Ricky Udding running in 22nd right now.
Ricky Udding hit the fence earlier in the race. Not going fast as it should be.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check out his car, see if there's any damage there on the front of a car. Yeah, he has some right damage there.
Yeah, he tapped the wall earlier in the race.
God, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of damage there on Ricky U's right front fender.
Tommy Gossett has made another move. I think he's going to be in 7th here.
Also back here is Brandon Burkhart. Brandon Burkhart running in the 24 car there. Brandon Burkhart running 23rd this race. They're at Fast Lane. They have that sponsorship by Perrin, and it's all over their car. Get them a little bit of playtime here in this race as well.
Tommy's back in 7th place. He's going to be passing, looks like Dustin Montgomery for 6th here. He's slowly catching up to Doug Bell.
And right there behind Brandon Burkhart is Matthew Correa. He's the 30 car in this race, running in 24th position.
Tommy Gossett is now in 6th place. He's going after Doug Bell.
And Jacob Rees, he is in the 21 car in 26th place. I tell you what, Robert, he had that devastating penalty there going into pit road. He had a big hold there on pit road. He's running back now in 26th position.
You might want to go back and look at Tommy Gossett. He's going to be making another move on Doug Bell here. Going to be going 4th place, I believe.
There we go. Tommy Gossett making the move on the outside to Doug Bell.
Those newer tires are paying off.
Yeah, Tommy Gossett passes Doug Bell handedly there. Not any kind of a fight from Doug. Tommy Gossett now has Brandon Schmidt in his sights.
And he got a little loose coming off the 4 there. A little wiggle. Tommy got 4th.
Yeah, Tommy Gossett on the low line there, popping out of the turn right in front of Brandon Schmidt now. He's got several car lengths on him. He is now solidly in 4th place as he is really knocking down the time on the top 3 right now, Robert.
Yeah, he's slowly working his way up to 3rd place here. 2nd and a quarter off.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like that damage took Scott Austin out of the race. Scott Austin is in last place.
Kevin, please go
in this race. It must have took him clear out that early damage. He must have got hit hard with some engine damage. So, yeah, our teammate Scott Austin, Area 51, not a good week for us. We're setting in the pits right now with a blown engine. All right, Tommy Gossett he's making his move now on a lap car as he gets by Kevin Chalk there. He's less than a second behind the man in 3rd place, which is Justin Smith. I'm going to head up to Justin's car and check out the view from looking back across the nose of Justin's car, seeing how far Tommy really is from him. There you go. You can see there's the look from right there in front of his car, looking back across the nose of the car, and we see Tommy Gossett and the rest of the guys behind him there.
Tommy slowly catching him. Those new tires are really paying off. Was it 5 laps longer?
Yep, Justin R. Smith, he's got that Elite Performance Industries paint job. He's a team driver there for them. So if you want to go check out the Elite Performance Industry setups, they're also normally called EPI for Elite Performance Industries. If you want to go try out one of their sets, make a purchase, and see what you think of them, that is ElitePerformanceIndustries.com, Robert. You can go there to buy their setups.
And Tommy's making quick work here for third.
You're clear, buddy.
That was net code, man, but sorry either way. That was weird. Jacob, you mind letting us?
Yeah, Tommy Gossett made the move on the bottom. And he
Tommy,
pops
does he
out.
have a little bit of damage?
I don't think
Does he have a little bit of damage to his
Jacob, could you
right
please
rear?
start back, man?
There's a dent there.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't
Thank you.
think so. I didn't see any damage when I was looking at it, but he did the slide job right up in front of him, and then looks like Justin did the counter to the slide job, which was the dip down low, but it's not going to work out. Tommy on the high line there, much
Tommy, when you get
faster
to me, I'll go left.
coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, Tommy got a little bit of damage to his right rear. I don't know when that happened.
We go. We're going to go ahead and jump in and ride along with Tommy Gossett. Tommy, nice pass there for third place.
Appreciate it.
Let me ask you, you think you're going to have it? You're gaining on the leaders. Are you going to have enough laps to get him this race?
Nope. P3, I'm going to sit here and take what I can get. Just if caution comes out, I think we can do something with them. I went the wrong way on adjustments, made myself tighter when I meant to make myself looser. Yeah, it's just not going to work out here. I do think I've got the fastest car here. John just played strategy perfect, hitting at that lap 5 caution. I did not think that would work out for him.
I see you got a little bit of damage to your right rear. How'd that happen?
Brushed the wall coming out of 4. Got on the gas a little too quick and just gave her a little smooch.
A little smooch?
Yeah, I'm sure that's not helping my cause, but it's definitely not hindering it too bad.
Now, Tommy, when you give it a little kiss like that, you know, you like the wall a lot more than the wall likes your car. It's gonna do some nasty stuff to it.
Yeah, like I say, maybe it's costing me half a tenth a lap, but my big thing is I gotta learn how to qualify. If I wouldn't have started 13th, I would have been up there with Cody, and I wouldn't have had to worry about John.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, you got about 8 laps left in this race. We're going to go ahead and drop you back down. We'll catch back up with you after the race is over.
Sounds good.
There you have it from the number 3 car there. He's actually the number 1 car in the race, which means Tommy Gossett has the highest I rating in this race. But he's running that custom number 3 Alley car there with the Reaper Speed Labs on the side. And yeah, Tommy Gossett doing a strong 3rd place in this race. Let's check back in with your 1 and 2 cars to see how they're going to end up shaking this thing out.
Yeah.
We see that John Jenkins there is running another Elite Performance Industry car. And he's in 2nd place, we have Cody Trelendi running for Ryko Motorsports.
We're going to be having a battle for 5th place here with Doug Bell, Smith, and Dustin here. As the laps are running down.
Say hi.
I thought Mr. Nobody had a run there on Brandon.
Thank you.
We see the leader there, John Jenkins. He's in the middle of some lap traffic here.
A good thing he has a 4-second lead.
Take it 3.
He's making easy work of him.
And there's Cody Trelendi. He's running pretty much by himself as well as far as, any threat to his 2nd place finish. Tommy Gossett is a little ways back. And Cody Trelendi doing the same thing. He's working his way through some lap traffic here in the final few laps of the race. We now officially have just 5 laps to go, Robert, here in this Monday night strength of field race.
Oh, maybe when that caution comes out, first caution, I guess everybody needs to take it.
Yeah, there's usually a lot of green flag runs. Here's a pretty wide track, very fast here at Kansas, and there's usually not too many cautions here.
Me too. I expected it to be a lot more. I expected it to be some people getting loose and going into coming off a 4 and going in the infield.
Yeah, I'm going to check in here with Doug Bell. You were talking about that the matchup. He was in there for around 5th place. Well, Doug Bell's dropped all the way back to 10th place now. I think those old tires that he has where he went in early on lap 50s really hurt him. As he's now your 10th place. He's now in 10th place position. Dustin Montgomery's worked his way all the way up to 5th place. With Dustin Montgomery there in 5th place with Matt Rusi and Brandon Schmidt behind him. With 3 laps to go, Robert. 3 laps to go in this one.
Car high, Brandon. Well, at least I know you're not mean to just me, Brandon. That's how you drive. Good job.
Two laps to go. 2 laps to go, Robert.
You, sir, are paying to win through and through.
They had some controversy going on with Doug Bell and Adam Smith.
Yeah, Matt Rusi just made his way around Dustin Montgomery there. Yeah, Doug Bell was not happy with something it was going on with Brandon Schmidt there. Brandon Schmidt making his move on the high line here on the final lap of the race. They're 3 wide. But we're gonna go, even though that's a hot contest, we're gonna jump up to John Jenkins to get him as he crosses the finish line here to finish this race out. There you go, the number 7 car, John Jenkins. He is coming up here in the front stretch, and he is going to take the checkered flag here in Kansas in this Monday night strength of field race.
Good race, guys.
Brandon Schmidt ended up coming in 6th place as he was trying to make the move there late in the race.
Nice win up there. Brandon Schmidt, you were the greatest driver I've ever driven against on iRacing. One day you're going to be a pro driver. In fact, you're going to be in NASCAR. Love you, man.
Obviously, Doug Bell's still a little salty from whatever it was that happened on the track back there.
Love you, Doug.
Nuno finished 11th. That's not bad. He started 24th, finished 11th. That's a good job for Nuno there.
Here we go. Looks like John Jenkins here in this elite performance industry car is about to burn it down here on the start-finish line. Well, instead, he just leaves the track. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and pull up our results here. This is our official results here from the race.
Official, unofficial?
Yeah, there are official, unofficial. You know, iRacing puts out the official results here when the race is over. They're calculating that right now as soon as everybody gets off the track. But right now, here's what we have here in Area 51 as the results for this race. First place, the winner of tonight's race is John Jenkins. Then in 2nd place, you have your current points leader, Cody Trelindi. 3rd place, Tommy Gossett, who just made the cut in Road to Pro. He's made it then officially into the 2nd round of Road to Pro. 4th place, Justin R. Smith. 5th place is Matt Rusi. That is your top 5. Then in 6th place, you have Brandon Schmidt. 7th place is Seth Ryder. Douglas Bell in 8th. Ronnie Joyner in 9th place. And Tyler Groff is going to round out your top 10 tonight in the race, Robert. What a race it was. Robert, what are your thoughts about the race tonight?
I thought it was pretty good. Asdrubal, he came in 12th. He was making some moves earlier, pretty clean moves. He had a strong finish. He had a real good start, but he fell back to 12th. He started 5th and fell back to 12th.
Yeah, anybody tonight to finish in the top 10, that was quite an accomplishment. This was a very high strength of field, over 4,100. So, yeah, I mean, it was just a strong race tonight.
Daniel Hinckley, I guess that's he started 31st, finished 13th. That's damn good there.
All right, well, we're going to pull up our third place finisher, Tommy Gossett, here in the broadcast booth with us and get an interview with him. So, Tommy, we had John Jenkins winning the race and Cody Trilindy coming in second, our current points leader. You were the one car in the race. You had the highest I rating in the race tonight, so congratulations on that. You ended up coming in third place, man. What can you tell us about the race tonight and your strategy going in?
Oh, well, I didn't know what the race was honestly going to hold. I went in thinking it was going to be a bottom-dominant race. That's why I was running down there. Because in my testing, the more I ran the outside solo, the looser I got. So I figured the people who were migrating up there so early were going to be dead by lap 25, and I was just going to waltz by everybody on the bottom, and I was thinking the higher I rating guys were going to be on the bottom. The race itself was great. I hate how the caution played out that John was able to get the fresh tires, because I think if it would have been a great battle between me, him, and Cody, because I think all three of us are pretty much match on pace. Yeah, it was a great race. I love Kansas.
I thought running the bottom was saving your tires, and I thought that was a good move you were doing. I thought you were in the beginning saving tires that way.
No, yeah, it was a good move. I was just getting trained around the outside. Lost back a couple spots from where I should be. And again, that just goes into qualifying, because if I would have qualified better by the time I was done saving tires, I would have been 6th or 7th instead of 12th. But yeah, Kansas is a great track. Multi-groove, you can make the car do what you want. It's really a driver track.
Yeah, absolutely, Tommy. And it's one of those things where, like, when there's a caution super early on, like in the first 10 laps, you're kind of asking yourself as a driver in a cockpit, do I go take tires or do I save them? Because you don't know what's going to happen later on in the race. And so obviously John Jenkins, he decided, hey, I'm going to go take tires. And so, like, what was your mindset there? Did you think that there was going to be more cautions, or kind of what was going through your head there when you're trying to make that decision on whether to take tires or not?
I thought he had a death wish with how big this field was and with how top and middle heavy it was, because the SoF, honestly, if it would have got 6 more registries, the SoF could have easily been pushing 5K. This was a very top and middle heavy race. No disrespect to the guys who are running back there further back, but I did not think that it was a smart move to get back there and potentially get wrecked or damaged.
I see what you're saying. Yes, because that's true. I mean, not only are you getting fresh tires, but then you're also you're going clear back to the end of the pack. So there's a lot of traffic to move through. So, well, yeah. Tommy, I mean, you got third place, so I guess you got to be happy with the race and at least how it turned out. That's going to be a lot of championship points for you this week.
A lot of championship points. Cody got more than me, and I only gained 40 I rating, and I was the second place loser. I wasn't even best in losing.
Yeah, you were. Well, you got to be the best at something, man. So anyway, hey, thanks for coming over tonight, man. We really appreciate you coming down and racing in one of our race rooms, allowing us to drag you up, do some on the track interviews during the race, man. That was awesome. We appreciate it very much, man, and congratulations on your third place finish tonight.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys, we've got Cody Trilindy. He just popped into the broadcast booth with us. Cody is he's got a heated rivalry here, it seems like, with Tommy Gossett, but Cody finished second place. He's your overall points leader so far in the Xfinity Open Series. Cody, man, what did you think of tonight's race?
Well, I'm glad Tommy got to go before me, because he didn't get to do that in the race, so I definitely appreciate that there. Love to give him a hard time. He's such a great sport about it. But overall, really good race. We started off really fast there. Was very proud of my tire management there in that first run. Made a little bit of adjustment at that pit stop and didn't like it at all. So lucky to be able to hang on to P2 there, and a much better result than last week at Darlington, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So now, same question, because I'm curious. Same question I asked Tommy. Like, so this caution comes out there on lap 6, and you're saying, Kansas is a very wide racetrack, very fast. there's a lot of races that go green flag to flag. And so you had a really high strength of field. So, what was running through your head? Do I take tires? Do I don't take tires? Was this an easy decision? Was it a tough decision? Like, what were you thinking there when that caution flew, like on lap 6, I think it was?
Well, we actually had a little bit of discussion about it. We knew if it went green that even 4 laps on tires or 6 laps were going to be big at the end of that run. But I wasn't willing to put myself back there just because going for that top 5, I wanted to go the safe route. Looking back on it, it was probably the right call to come down pit road because John was able to come through there and he could rip the bottom like no other. I'm completely amazed at how he was able to do that. But we didn't debate it too much. It was either stay out front with track position or get back there with some of those guys that were struggling a little bit. So we chose the track position.
Right. It seems like it was an easy decision then for you guys. And let me ask you, do you think that was a deciding factor of the race?
If you would have asked me right after a pit stops, I would have said yes, but John was so fast. He was able to yank us a little bit there at the end. I think he got us over 4 seconds there, and he was able to maintain it. So I didn't really have anything for him there that second part of the race.
So I tell you what, Cody, that's going to give you a decent amount of championship points. I don't see the standings changing this week, man. What are your guys' thoughts? I bet your whole crew over there is happy with the finish tonight, aren't they?
Yeah, they actually left me halfway through it to go to the A race because some Coke prep going on over there, but they're pretty excited. It's pretty awesome to be able to do that for Brandon Hawk, and he puts a lot of work in these cars. We run a lot of test laps, so it's nice to still see your name at the top of the leaderboard there.
Absolutely. And so what listen to what you said. You see, don't you feel like chopped liver? They left you to go over to the A race. Were you left in there all by yourself?
No, we had a couple drivers in there, which is fine. I don't like talking when I'm in the zone, so less people the better.
I get angry. When people are talking to me. I'm too busy concentrating.
Absolutely. It takes all my focus to do this. I can't have any distractions.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this, kind of your final question I really want to ask you is so as the championship points leader, I mean, you're having these solid finishes. You finished second tonight. What's coming up next week? What's the next track on the schedule? And are you guys already gearing up for next week? And kind of what's your thoughts on working on the set and everything going into next week?
To be completely honest with you, I haven't even looked at next week. Don't know where we're going. We kind of focus on this week during the meat of the week, and then around Thursday or Friday, we'll start looking at next week.
Absolutely awesome. A lot of guys yell. I couldn't even tell you what the next track on the schedule is. I was just asking. Like I said, this is the beginning of this week. Let's get this week in. So Cody, man, awesome. Glad you popped over for the interview. We enjoy having you. Just any final words, any final thoughts tonight before you head out and leave us?
Just got to put all the thanks to my guys over at Ryko, Brandon Hawk, Joey Brown, Brad Wright, Ken Byron. They put a lot of work into this, and it shows being the points leader there. So big thanks to them, and also Roasted Jim's Coffee. They've jumped on board with us this season, and it's really nice to have them on the car as well.
Absolutely. Roasted at Jim's Coffee. There you go. Go buy some, try some out, support Cody and his team. Cody, man, thanks for coming back.
How you doing with Road to Pro there, Cody?
Not as well as Tommy. He's got me beat there.
I didn't mean to be a crack. No,
not at all. Not at all.
He's always trying to find a way to give you a hard time, Cody.
Absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything less.
All right. Cody, thanks a lot, man. We'll catch you later.
Thanks for having us.
Yep, no problem. I'm going to hop over right now. It looks like in the EPI Discord there's John Jenkins. He's over there in their EPI Discord. Robert, I don't know if you're in their Discord, but I'm going to
go feed I got some stuff I got to go. My dog's
all right,
hungry.
man. I'm going to hop over and give an interview there with your race winner and see if he's available. Hey, John.
What's happening?
Not much, man. We just got done broadcasting that high strength of field race, still live on the broadcast. Just interviewed Tommy Gossett, who finished third, and Cody Trelendi, who finished second. Want to know if you were available to spend a few minutes and do an interview after the race?
Yeah, I hopped out of the session. I don't know if that's a big deal or not, but yeah.
No, that's fine.
Fine.
No,
that's
man.
A surprise.
Yeah, well, hey, we've been broadcasting these high strength of field races over here at Area 51 for the last month and a half, and we always like to talk to the top three guys who finish in the race. And we were watching this race, and I tell you, you had a really great run tonight, and we got a lot of good shots there of your EPI car. Told everybody to go to ElitePerformanceIndustries.com if they want to check out your all sets as always. And really, the unique thing that you did in this race that I want to ask you about. First of all, you won the high strength of field race of the week, man. How does that feel?
It's pretty cool. I feel like I could have won a few more of these earlier in the year, but I kind of shoot myself in the foot on pit road. So, yeah, that I had that thing rolling. I pit under that only caution, and I didn't think like 2 or 3 lap older or newer tires would be enough, but it helped on that first run for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you about. Like, you were one of the only guys that made that decision. I mean, I think you and a couple others, but I mean, as far as the top guys, I mean, that were, the top finishers, you were the only one of the top finishers that made that decision. So Cody had talked about, they talked about it over in their pit box. They were going to play it safe. They just didn't want to go back, clear at the back of the field. You obviously made the decision to go in. So I know you had some of your guys in here with you. Like, what was that discussion like when you guys were trying to make that decision on whether to go in there on lap 6 or not?
Well, it was just me and Matt Press in the Discord channel tonight. But yeah, I know Justin was racing and Jacob was. I think he struggled tonight. And then Tyler Groff was in the chat for a little while. And they end up at solid top, or Justin and Tyler solid top 10s. But I didn't get to talk to Justin too much. And but I was trying to help Matt throughout the race. He was struggling on that first run. But
yeah, man. Was there much debate? Was there much discussion and debate whether to go in or not? Like, how did that play out? Were you guys? Was it like an easy decision? Like, yes, I'm going in, or did you guys kick it around a little bit before you made that decision to go into the pits?
I was pretty much committed. I told Matt, I was like, I feel like this is going to go green because just the way it's so top dominant, and it's probably going to string out single file. So once I pit and knew I was going to be probably one of the first guys out on new tires, I just real patient there to start, let it kind of thin out a little bit, and then I just rolled the bottom where the clean air was, because it seemed like if you were rolling the top behind somebody, it would get super tight, and you just had to if you were behind somebody, you had to keep the left front out in the air to get the car to rotate anytime you were behind somebody. But I just rolled the bottom the whole time and ran the top when I needed to, just to kind of gain some ground on those guys up front with the momentum off the corner. But the bottom, I just got it figured out.
Yeah, I hear you. When I was talking to Cody, and Tommy as well, but I just flat out asked Cody. I said, "Man, do you think that John taking that pit stop in the fresh tires on 6 is one of the major factors that decided the race?" And he said yes. I mean, he thought that was a good. I mean, that ended up being a great move. But their discussion was they wanted to play it safe. They didn't want to go back to the end of the pack and have to work their way through. There's a lot more potential for getting in wrecks and stuff as you're working up through the entire field. And if there would have been another caution, it may not have worked out the same, as far as strategy goes. But yeah, man, that was definitely a winning move tonight. So congratulations on your win. It was really impressive. You definitely had a dominant car. You guys are doing good this week.
I appreciate it a lot. I appreciate Tyler Payne and Justin Laxton and all those guys for putting the CPI stuff on. I've been on since February at Auto Club, and I've only gone up from there. So it's been a lot of fun. Met a lot of new people. You guys I just met, so that's pretty cool. But there's a lot of good people in EPI. I've been loving it.
Yeah, man, you win one of these SoF races, people will come finding you,
Right. Hopefully there's many more.
Absolutely. And so, hey, I'll just give you, I mentioned it earlier, but if somebody just joined us or anything for these after race interviews and didn't catch it, if you're with EPI, Elite Performance Industries, like you just said, and you talk about the guys that build the sets and helping everything out. So if somebody says, hey, kind of like what John did in this race and a couple of other guys, I'd like to come check them out, man. Where do they find you guys? What's the website address, and what do you guys have going on there as we close out this interview?
Well, you can find EPI on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I can't remember. I think it's just Elite Performance Industries on Instagram, and then you can find them on Twitter at Race EPI or just Elite Performance Industries, and then Facebook, or not Facebook, but Discord channel. You join it, and then if you wanted to be a development driver, you get all the sets in the development channel, and you're able to do test sessions with Nick Ottinger. You can even do the A car or the C with Dustin Hall and Michael Conti, and they'll get you all squared away on Sunday nights is when we test.
Awesome. So if I got some money in my pocket and I want to buy the setups, where do I go to do that?
You go to the website, www.raceepi.com, and you can find anywhere from dirt, asphalt, like road course, trucks, off-road, rally car, just about everything.
Awesome, John. Hey, man, I'm sure the guys there are going to appreciate that plug you just gave them, and appreciate you taking the time to do the interview with us here after the Strength of Field race, and congratulations on your win tonight.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Awesome, man. We'll catch you later.
Yep.
All right,
Hey,
guys. Yeah, there you have it from our race winner tonight here in the high strength of field race here at Xfinity Open on iRacing. That was John Jenkins there from EPI. So we have heard from all three of the top three finishers there that took the podium tonight, Robert. And that's going to be it for us here tonight in this race. What a race it was. We had an early caution there on lap 6. The strategy that played out, Tommy and Cody both played it safe, is probably what I would have done as well. John Jenkins said he didn't give it much thought at all. He was swinging for the fences. He went in and took tires thinking it was going to go green, and it paid off for him tonight. He had a great fast car tonight, plus he had those fresher tires early on, which really propelled him to that win here tonight, Robert.
With a high strength field, most of the time you expect it to go green all the way, but that was a good move.
Absolutely. Tell you what, we appreciate everyone who's tuned in for this Monday night Strength of Field race here with us at Area 51 tonight. In the commentary booth, you've had myself, Mike Howerton. You also had the man, the myth, the legend, Robert Cook. We appreciate you being with us here for this broadcast and supporting all the drivers that come out in these high Strength of Field races here on Monday night. We'd like to congratulate once again our top three, which was Tommy Gossett. He was the number 1 car in this race. Tommy Gossett finished 3rd place. Cody Trelendi is our championship points leader here so far in the season. He finished 2nd place, and then John Jenkins was our 1st place finisher and winner of the race tonight. Guys, if you haven't done so yet and you enjoy what we do here at Area 51, go and hit that subscribe button down below the video. It's much appreciated. There when you subscribe to the channel, it helps our channel grow. There's also a bell icon to get notified anytime that we go live with our live broadcast like we're doing right now. Also, our Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Alien Factory podcast, and then all of our great on-demand content and live streams that we put up on the channel. Hit that bell icon. You will get notified with all that great, good, new content. All that goodness that we have here at Area 51, you'll get notified. And then also down below in the description, there's all kind of goodies for you guys. Robert, we got an affiliate link down there. It goes to Major's Garage. You can also get great free baseline setups from Major's Garage to build from. We got a link to Edwards Setup Shop. They got a great community, 2,600 people in their Discord. They give away, they have, well, not really give away. They have community-built setups. They build some by their shop builders. It's completely free of charge. They say they're a setup shop, but they're not selling anything. They're just fostering a community there, and you can go get great setups from them and be part of their community. We also have osracing.net. It's community supported. They have plenty of builders that upload sets there as well. You can go and get And so we got all that down in the description below. You can go check out. And there's also a promo code there that Jeff Maconi gave us for Maconi Setup Shop. Get you 10% off when you make purchases at Maconi Setup Shop. Might be able to save yourself some money there. Speaking of Maconi Setup Shop, we have Jeff Maconi, Robert. He is coming in this week at 10 p.m. on Sunday night Eastern Standard Time to be a part of our Alien Factory podcast. I bet you're excited for that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I mean, the podcasts are always great. We line up tons of great guests, and Jeff's just our guest coming up this Sunday. So you guys make sure you tune in this Sunday night, 10 p.m. For our Alien Factory podcast with special guest Jeff Maconi. Well, guys, that's it. That's all we've got here for this Monday night Strength of Field race here at 8 p.m. at Kansas Virtual Raceway here in iRacing. For myself, Robert Cook, he is the man, the myth, the legend, and I am Mr. Excitement, Mike Howerton, here at Area 51. We are so glad you spent your time and joined us here for this race tonight. And as always, Robert, we will see you in the next one.
The next one.